Good morning, everyone. Alex Hart here from iHeart Sports, and it's that time again where we do some wake up with baseball, looking over the April 10th games from yesterday. A lot of people have been asking, wondering when are the power rankings coming out, so be ready for that. That's going to probably come out tomorrow morning. We record them every Sunday night after the series are over, so it's time for our first update of the season. If you see the board back there, it's not been updated too much, but I've been tracking the games, and the board will be updated. I don't want to give away too much, so I don't tend to update the board back there until it's time. Otherwise, yeah, no one's going to want to watch the video, right? But let's get into it. Let's wake up with baseball. I think there's 14 games because there's one postponement. So lots to go through, and I'm going to go through them quick. We're going to start with the first game of the day. Marlins, finally. Something good to talk about. They win. And also, they finally hit their first home run of the season. Trevor Rogers has an amazing game, 6 innings pitched, 10 Ks. DeGrom on the other side. He just doesn't ever get the run support, right? 8 innings pitched, 14 Ks, and he gets the loss. Leaves the game 0-1 when it was 1-0 Marlins. Chisholm hits the first home run for the Marlins since I can remember. And yeah, it's pretty much that. The bullpen even gives up 2 extra runs. Mets get shut out. That's pretty much it for that one. Congrats, Marlins finally on the board. Rays 4, Yankees 0. The Yankees are really struggling. Judge back in the lineup though. Still no offense. The Rays on the other side, they get the job done. Randy Rosarina, 3 hits. He's the big part of this win here. 2 for Wendell himself. Home run, 3rd for Meadows of the season after going back-to-back at the beginning of the year. He finally gets his 3rd. Rosarina gets his 1st of the season. Archer only went 2.1 innings. He left the game with an injury of some kind. I haven't seen an update on that yet. So that's a little bit of concern for the Rays for sure. Herman on the other side, another rough outing for the guy. 4 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. Given up a couple home runs so far, both his starts. So keep an eye on that. We'll see. With the way the Yankees starters have been going so far, it might be a tough sign for them, at least early with this division, right? Moving on, we got Mariners 3, Twins. Mariners 4, Twins 3. So the Twins lose in extras here. And interesting note that I saw was the Twins are 5-0 when the games are 9 innings. If you add that 10th inning on, they're 0-3. It just goes to show this kind of extra inning mayhem that can go on. Nelson Cruz hits his 4th home run of the season. He's definitely on that pace. He wants that 500. He's not going to hit it this season, but if he hits enough this year, then next year is a very good call that he might hit that one. Big part of that. Trammell on the other side, and Haniger hit home runs. Haniger's 2nd of the season. Kikuchi, another decent start for this guy. 6 innings pitched, 6 Ks. Pineda on the I almost said on the Yankees. On the Twins, 6 innings pitched, 6 Ks. So they both had great starts. It was an overall very good game. Close. Mariners squeak it out, and they stay 500. They're still sticking around. And yeah, the Twins take another unfortunate 10th inning loss. So that's got to be a little frustrating for sure. Brewers 9, Cardinals 5. The Brew crew are here. Their offense is starting to be here. Phil Hauser takes the W in this one, and Carlos Martinez on the other side not doing so hot so far. Yelich, 2 hits on this one, so his average is well up, 321. He's got 2 walks. His on-base percentage is good. Got to be somewhat excited about this. The big highlight of this game, Alvias Garcia, 2 hits, 5 RBIs. He was just doing all the damage for the Brewers. Also down in the lineup, Hyura. This guy's 2 hits, 3 RBIs. So a lot of things to be happy about with the Brewers offense today. Garcia, 1st home run of the season, and Hyura's 1st home run of the season. So both hit a home run. Dean on the Cardinals hit his 1st home run of the season. Molina had another. Molina's been tearing the strip off the ball. 3 hits in this game, and he's batting 370 for a catcher. But I don't need to say for a catcher because we all know who Molina is. He's a monster. But he's a great start to the season. Maybe that Castellanos interaction got him all pumped up. Hauser, 5 innings pitched, no earned runs, a couple walks, but gets the job done. Martinez 3 earned runs, and then the bullpen gave up a bunch of earned runs themselves. But the Cardinals 5-3, Brewers 5-3. The Central Division is shaping up to be a battle all season long, and got to be getting excited about that. The A's here, they take the win, and they actually take the series win off the Astros because they're not playing Sunday. They're not playing today. So 2-1 series win for the A's, and they got to be excited about that. They really they showed a lot of power today in this game, hitting them a couple long balls. Lara Rina and Brown hit their first of the season, but there was also a bunch of hits, and they got out of the first. Frankie Montez gave up some deep, hard contacts in that first inning, and they got out of it unscathed. So it led to this 6 innings pitched, 5 Ks, only 1 earned run. Uquita on the other side, 5 earned runs over 6. That's the loss, and the Astros did not have they had their chances. Even in the 7th, they put up 3, and they brought it within 3. They've had their chances in this game. They just couldn't close the door enough times, and the A's capitalized on their chances, so that was really the big difference in this one. Moving on, we got the Giants 4, the Rockies 3. Giants are doing well so far. They're beating up on the teams they should. Colorado 3-6. Not expected a little bit, right, with McGee picking up his 4th save this game here in a nice save situation. One highlight of this game for sure, Buster Posey. It's the catcher so far this morning. Buster Posey, it's not for his offense, his defense. He picked off Hampson stealing, and these, if you got to go back and see these, they're on MLB.com. These throws are perfect. He picks off Hampson, who is leading the league in steals right now, and then he picks off Tapia as well. Basically the same spot, just perfect beeline throws. All his Longoria had to do was just lay his glove there, and the ball came and the player came into him at the same time. It was great. McMahon on the Rockies hits his 5th home run of the season. So he's right up there in the leaderboards. Coolest player though. But this one's in Giant Stadium. Crawford hits his 2nd of the season. Logan Webb goes 5, 6 strikeouts, and on the other side, Gonzalez goes 5. 1 earned run. Neither of these pitchers are involved in the decision at the end of the day. And the blown save, they actually give to Bowden. So the Rockies had the lead here in the 6th, and then Crawford hit that 3-run home run, and that was what ended up being the difference. Moving on, Cleveland 11, Tigers 3. I haven't said that, and I can no longer really blow up on the Cleveland's offense, at least for the time being, because back-to-back games, they've put up pretty solid performances. Home runs, there's a lot to go through here, so be ready. Perez hits his 2nd of the season for the Indians. Hernandez 1st. Luplow 2nd. Reyes hits his 4th. Gimenez hits his 1st. So that's 5 home runs for the Indians. So they're just pounding the ball. Well, I can't say it anymore, right? On the other side, Grossman hits his 1st, and Candelario hits his 1st. Both of those are in the 9th, so not a big deal. Indians pretty much rolled here. Luplow 5 RBIs, and they're happy with it. Skubal on the other side, 4 innings, 6 earned runs, so he got destroyed. And the Indians pitchers do what they do: 7.2 innings, or 1 earned run, 6 Ks, and they get the win. Their trajectory is going in the right direction. That's for sure. They're bouncing. They had a quick, slow start, but that's okay. Speaking of slow starts, we got the Cubs, Pirates 8-2 for the Pirates, and the Cubs again not getting the job done against a team where they have to. They're quickly turning into someone I'm going to be keeping an eye on to make sure that they can compete. They're going to start coming into this next week, and they're not going to be able to keep playing the Pirates and other teams. So I don't know who they play, but they need to get something. It's either their pitching's not on a certain day or their hitting's not on. But yeah, the Pirates, they came out playing, and really it's the 7th inning. Davies gave up a 7 spot, and that was it. 1 home run for the Pirates. It was in the 6th. It was Evans, his 3rd of the season. None for the Pirates. So all those were generated runs in the 2nd inning by the Pirates. Keller, great start for this guy. 5 innings pitched, 7 Ks. 25-year-old, is doing good. Brings his ERA down a little bit. Zach Davies only lasted 1.2, and he got all 7 of those earned runs. So that's going to be a lot of damage to his ERA, but he'll get another shot, right? So I'm not worried about it. It's just one game. Lots of season ahead of us. I'm not going to read too much into that. Boston 6, Orioles 4. And this was a great game to watch. It was back and forth all game, starting from the first inning. Boston started with 2. Baltimore responded right away with back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the first. Mancini gets his first of the year, and Santander gets his second of the year. So that was pretty great. Boston then takes a lead in the 6th, and then in the 8th, Baltimore takes the lead, and then in the 9th, Boston's up against the wall, and they tie it up, and then this ends up going to extras, and Boston takes it home. Rafael Devers hits his second home run of the season for Boston. Garrett Richards, he settles down somewhat. He gets 2 earned runs, 4 Ks, 3 walks, over 5, and it was scary. In that first inning, it was starting to look like a repeat of the last one. Zimmerman, 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 4 Ks. So he's doing okay so far in his 2 games that he's done for Baltimore, but he gets a no decision here, and as we go to the 10th, to decide the winner. Next up, we got the Padres 7, Texas 4. It's a come from behind for the Padres. They're down 3-0 early. But they're not missing Tatis, at least right this second. They continue to at least pile on some wins, riding on what seems to be a decent offense still. Hosmer hits his 3rd home run of the season. Kim first, Grisham first as well, and then Kinner Falafel hits his second for Texas. Paddock only goes 4 innings again, so that's back-to-back starts where Paddock doesn't go super long. That's somewhat concerning, but the Padres do have very good depth in that position. On the other side, Lyles went 4 as well and 3 earned runs. So this was a lot of bullpen involved in this game. The Padres get her done. Only 71 pitches for Paddock as well, so that's definitely something to keep an eye on. Maybe they're easing him into it, or maybe he's just not ready. This one actually was the latest game of the night, but it's right in the middle because it was supposed to start. It was delayed due to rain and weather. It started late, and I think the Angels are kind of wishing that it didn't start at all. 15-1, and it was just offense from the beginning. But one thing when I was watching this that I saw that I hadn't seen before was there was a play where trying to remember his name now. Davis is sliding for the Jays, is sliding into second, but he's a little bit off the bag and he's trying to take out the guy. And you've seen it called for interference and outs before, and it ends up being a wild pitch to first base. So there's a challenge from Joe Madden, of course, about that. But at the same time, the Jays manager also challenges the exact same play for a whole different reason, and that's the foot of the second baseman wasn't actually on the bag when he caught the ball, so the second guy sliding to second should be safe. It's just crazy that both managers are challenging the same play. I don't think I've ever seen that. The result being that he actually wasn't on the bag and the slide was okay, and that just opened the door, and the Jays just went from there. Home runs for the Angels, they got a meaningless one off Mats in the 4th, Rendon, and believe it or not, the Jays did not hit a single home run out of these 15. So that's something to be happy about if you're a Jays fan, for sure. Vladdy had 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Again, poor Tellez. This guy is still looking for his first hit of the season and hit 2 more Ks on there. And you can see the frustration in the guy. Still latent. He's basically played every game, maybe except one, but he did pinch hit in it, I'm pretty sure. So still looking. There's always going to be one guy that has a lot of trouble getting there. Unfortunately, it's Tellez. Quintana, 1.2 innings, 5 earned runs. I know he had a milestone. I'm going to get it wrong, so I'm not going to say it, but milestone for innings pitched. Steven Matz on the other side, 6 innings, 4 Ks, 1 earned run. Great start. This is exactly the kind of guy that Jays were hoping to get when they signed this man. Next up, we have a battle between the Braves and the Phillies. Braves 5, Phillies 4. Poor Phillies, that fire start that they're getting off to is now being chipped away at by the team that they don't want to be giving games to, the Braves. But what can you do? The Braves are just so good. And they win this one. And again, this is one of those ones where the first inning was a lot of runs for these two teams. 30, I think that happened yesterday as well. Sean Newcomb picks up the W for that, coming out of relief. So Anderson, 5.1, 6 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, and then Eflin on the other side, 4 earned runs as well. So no decisions for both those guys. Archie Bradley gets the loss. Home runs, McCutcheon first of the season. Harper gets his first, and Freddie Freeman hits a monster shot. If you haven't seen that, that was three-run bomb, his third of the season. That pretty much was in the bottom of the first. So I don't have too much more other than that for that one. So I'm just going to move on. Lots of games to talk about, so I can't have something for them all. Diamondbacks 8, Reds 3. Diamondbacks on a 2-game win streak now, I think, or maybe no. That doesn't seem right. I don't know if that was updated. I think the Reds should be 6-3, but I'm not sure. Cabrera hits his second home run of the season. Escobar hits his third. A highlight on this one was this. I'm trying to find the guy's name. Lucastro for the Diamondbacks. 20. I wrote down the 28 straight steals that this guy has had without being caught to start his career. So that's an MLB record. I'm sure he might keep going, so keep an eye out for that guy. Edward Suarez on the Reds hits his second of the year. Hoffman gets lost here, 3 earned runs over 4. And Riley Smith, exciting little young man, gets his major league debut as a starter. Pitched in relief last year. 2 Ks over 6. His family was in attendance. It was an exciting time for that guy. So awesome. He picks up the W. And the last game of our Wake Up with Baseball, we got the Dodgers 9, Nationals 5. Nationals dropped 1-4, but most of those games are against the Dodgers. So the poor Dodgers just beating up on all these teams that are not doing great off the bat. Juan Soto's a highlight here. 3 RBIs, hits 2 home runs this game, so he's up to 2 on the season now. Taylor on the other side hits 1 home run. So the Dodgers are just the Dodgers. What can you say? Urias went 5.2, 3 Ks, 3 earned runs. Corbin on the other side, he's 6 earned runs. But again, Dodgers gonna Dodger. That's what this year's gonna be about, basically. I didn't watch any of the highlights on this one. Pretty much a lot of baseball going on, and there's only so much you can do. Other than that, we had the Kansas City White Sox game that was postponed due to weather, so no COVID-related postponements so far today. Again, if you didn't hear at the top, we're going to do the power rankings. That's going to be filmed tonight, released tomorrow morning, so look out for that. Everyone loves the power rankings video. But if you haven't already, please give that subscribe. This channel is on the way up, and we're just going to be talking baseball. We're going to be talking other sports as well, football, hockey. If you love those sports, take along for the ride. My name is Alex Hart, and I love sports. We'll see you guys soon.